Dynamite for March 29th. Remember all the times that I've said, that Jungle Boy, when he's in there against one of his flippy friends, it's a mess. But when he's in there with a veteran that knows how to lead a match, the kid's great, right? They broke that string. And I think it's because Matt was trying to have the young fellers match or whatever semblance he could, or do the stuff the young folks do rather than teach this kid how to. It was the things that happened made no sense to me. They started out wrestling, and then all of a sudden, Jungle Boy goes for a dive. Matt catches him and gives him that side slam on the floor that looked like it should have broken him in half. Did you see that, by the way?
I did.
What impact? Boom, shakalaka. And then when Matt gets back in the ring and draws the referee's attention, the other Page, who is there at ringside with him, grabs Jungle Boy and chucks him over the barricade out into the crowd. And then Aubrey Ed turns around, and what is she expected to think? Jungle Boy, who just got sidewalk slammed on the floor, is suddenly out in the fucking third row. But it didn't matter anyway. The interference, because moments within 10 seconds, Jungle Boy was back, firing back and diving off the barricade on offense at 100% after the interference and the big move on the floor. And then they had a fight on the apron that I swear to God, once again, old Aubrey Ed was standing there just staring at him, slack-jawed, while not counting, while they're just going back and forth on the apron and nobody's falling off or whatever. And then finally, Matt drops Jungle Boy on the apron and breaks him in half again, and they go to the break. And when they came back from the break, after all that, Jungle Boy's making a comeback. But then the other Page distracts him again, and Matt Hardy hits a superplex. And the other Page jumps up again, because they're trying to tell the story that Page is interfering, or at least trying to help, and Matt Hardy doesn't want him to help. But it doesn't matter, because right as the other Page is getting up and yelling at the referee for actually no apparent reason, hook music. And he comes out, and he and the other Page start doing duck spots on the floor, and Page nails Matt by mistake. And then Page and Hook fight off, right on off. And the Jungle Boy and Matt go back to the match, and Jungle Boy hits a backslide and gets a 2 count. They're still going to go, after all this, they're still going. Jungle Boy, instead of just beating him with the backslide then, because how much more falderall do you have to go? Then he kicks him, hits a big move, and hits a shitty-looking elbow to the back of the head, and then pins him. It could have won with the backslide while everybody was halfway up, and instead he just then hammered him 4 more times and beat him. What'd you think?
I wasn't really into it. I mean, it was Matt Hardy and Ethan Page against Jungle Boy. I knew Jungle Boy was going to win. I haven't really been into a Matt Hardy match in a long time. You know, you said Jungle Boy when he's in there with a veteran. Matt Hardy's not that kind of veteran. He's the kind of veteran who wants to, party with the kids, as opposed to say, hey, maybe you shouldn't do that. It's just the way it is.
But anyway, then